I came today to challenge the ruling principalities of today's society that have shamelessly and that have overtly attacked the image of the black man to paint him as something less than what God has created him to be. I came to challenge all of the forces and the powers that be that have colluded together and come in a conspiratorial effort to defame and to shame and to maim the image of the black man in America. I've came to say to you today, in the fashion of the prophet Ezekiel, I came to speak not just to people, but I came to speak to the atmosphere, to let you know that no matter what you do to try to kill the black man, black fathers matter. It matters not the legislation or the programs that you covertly pass that have as their emphasis, that have as their point, that have as their objective to remove the black man out of the house so that the black woman can receive financial assistance from the government. It matters not how you choose to show us on media with our pants sagging, standing on street corners. It matters not how you try to paint the picture of us not being concerned about our children and protecting our women. I came to declare to you today that black fathers matter. And by the end of this message, I want to encourage every black man, every black father, every potential black father, every man that is a mentor. I came to encourage every mother that has raised a black boy in a society that has thrown everything at him and that has stacked their arms against him. I came to encourage every sister who is looking for a man who looks like her to perpetuate and to continue family legacy and family parentage. I came to suggest to you that no matter what the enemy says about the black man, the devil is a liar and black fathers matter. As a matter of fact, I need somebody who's listening now just to go ahead and hashtag that black fathers matter. I need somebody who's watching who this message resonates with already, and I ain't even out of my introduction, to hashtag black fathers matter. I need some man who's been beaten up by society, some man who's been beaten down by the world in which you live, some man that has been the victim of systemic racism, and some man who has been the victim of systematic discrimination. I came to talk to some brother who may have a prison record, who might have a rap sheet as long as the East Coast. I need you to stick your chest out, roll your shoulders back, and hashtag black fathers. I don't care the mistake that you made in your past. I don't care what they're trying to hold against you. I don't care what they're trying to hold over your head. I need you to hashtag black fathers matter.
Around 2 p.m. local time Sunday, police pulled over Wright. The police chief says they stopped Daunte Wright because he had an expired registration on his license plate. The released footage begins minutes into the stop and shows police walking up to the car, and then Wright is seen stepping out of his vehicle. Police then tried to take Wright into custody after discovering he has an outstanding warrant. The video shows Wright begins to resist as cuffs are placed on him and he gets back into the vehicle.
As I watch the video and listen to the officer's commands, it is my belief that the officer had the intention to deploy their taser, but instead shot Mr. Wright with a single bullet. This appears to me, from what I've viewed and the officer's reaction and distress immediately after, that this was an accidental discharge that resulted in the tragic death of Mr. Wright. The officer is currently on administrative leave.
Everybody's hurt. This is a young man that had life in front of him. He had a son. How can I explain that? I can't explain it. My family is hurt. You've seen his mother. And for 1 minute, y'all, don't forget that my brother, he's there as well, his father. This is not a broken home. This is not a broken home. They've been together over 23 years. Over 23 years, they've been together. My brother has been there. Please do not disregard his feelings because my brother is in pain.
What went through your mind when you heard the police chief say that the officer fired the gun by mistake? She intended to use her taser.
You don't want to know. You really don't want to know what I felt.
Right or blue.
But I'm going to tell you like this.
West. And then next right.
You know the difference from a fully loaded pistol
Next right.
versus a stun gun. You know the difference. And if you're a police officer, you should know that. I seen that camera. I saw she held that gun out in front of her for a little while. You mean to tell me she didn't see it? But let me ask y'all something. How would y'all feel if y'all got the call that was your nephew, if that was your son, if that was your brother? How would y'all feel? And then to sit here and people are trying to drag my nephew's name through the dirt, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. He didn't deserve to die. My nephew was a damn good kid. He loved his family and we loved him. Accident? An accident? No, come on now. Everybody in this world saw that gun. You mean to tell me you thought it was a taser? I've owned over a 20,000-volt taser. They don't feel nothing like a gun. Nothing like a gun. So y'all tell me, how would y'all feel if y'all got that call? That was my nephew. That was my blood. That was like my heart. My brother is my heart. Katie is my heart. They took my man's life from him. My great-nephew has to now grow up, not even knowing, not even being able to touch his father. You tell me, is it all right to take somebody's life over a misdemeanor warrant just for some weed? You got these politicians out here smoking weed. They ain't dead. You got all these people that just shot up the man that killed them Asian women. May they rest in soul. May they rest in peace. You got the people at the grocery store. You got the people in Bryan, Texas. You mean to tell me all three of them is still living? But my nephew is dead? Because now they want to use the justification of it was a mistake. You don't mistake a stun gun from a gun. You don't mistake that. If I made a mistake like that, I'll be in the jail cell. They'll be trying to put me under it. This not fair. We got several police officers and all in our family. I don't have nothing bad to say about them, but what I got to say is she needs to pay for what she did to my family. My family's blood is on their hands. My brother and my sister is hurting. How do we put life back together after this? Some people say, oh, it's God's plan. That was not God's plan. There's no peace in this. Say his name. Keep saying his name. My nephew did not deserve this. Daunte Wright did not deserve this. Katie Wright, Aubrey Wright, they did not deserve this.